wanted to continue because I thought we played pretty well defensively in the first half, and they have some talented offensive perimeter players that made 4 really tough contested threes. I mean, hand in the face, whether they were out there, they're just contested. And 7 of their 9 field goals in the first half were from the three-point line. So we said, you know, don't deviate from the intensity and the commitment to that end, because you can come away with this one with your defense. If they can make those all game, well, there's not any defense that can stop that. But I just kept challenging them to have that intensity from start to finish. And I thought, you know, from that standpoint, that was significant.
Offensively, Mike Scott, career high, 25 points. What was the emphasis there? Was it to get Mike the ball right away?
Yeah, no, we wanted to get him some touches and, you know, move him around some. And he certainly started out on fire with his shot, but it wasn't just on the perimeter. I thought he had a nice mix to his game where he got some post-ups with some outside shots and got to the line, which was nice to see. And, you know, everybody knows we need him to certainly produce, and he did.
Jeff, then Michael, then Steve.
Tony, how important were the offensive contributions from Sammy in particular, and then Joe being able to give you something?
Yeah, I thought Sammy did a nice job. You know, he really, again, he guarded hard. Again, those shots in the first half were tough. I thought Malcolm did a real good job on Stokeland in the second half, but Sammy gave us a nice lift, you know, and he just was, he's been playing real good floor games. I know he's certainly been struggling with his shot, but his floor game has actually been improving in terms of his ability to get to the lane, making some plays for others, guarding the other players, perimeter, one of their leading scorers. So I've been pleased in all those areas. It's just obvious that he struggled with the shot. So then when he got a couple of buckets to go down, you know, that certainly made a difference. So no one could be more pleased or happy for Samuel than himself, but I am, because I know how hard he's battling and I know how it's weighing on him. And he gave us a great lift. But it wasn't just Sammy. It was everybody. Everybody gave their lifts tonight. With like I said, Malcolm and Joe being able to, he's a little slower with his release, but he got a few lined up, and that gave us a big lift as well.
Michael, Doug, and then Steve.
Losing streak was new territory for you guys. Joe out. What Joe kind of heard. What was the message this week about the importance of this game and what the season?
Well, we prepared hard. We knew that our guys always give effort, but we knew we'd have to ratchet it up or just turn up the volume a little bit more in terms of the intensity from start to finish. And there just wasn't an option. And I think, you know, when you're at home, we knew we'd have the energy of the crowd, and they were terrific. I mean, they really got behind us, and I think the guys fed off that. But they were real committed. We had 2 physical practices leading up to this. Not super long, but there was a little bit of time to prepare, and we got after it as hard as we could. And I thought it carried over. And again, they were cold then after that barrage they had in the end of the first half, so that played into it. But I thought our guys did not back down, and that was important for the victory.
Doug,
talk about the job you guys did on Stokeland, particularly John Tell, when he wasn't fouling, and Malcolm with his height seemed to make a difference.
Right. You know, he hit those 4 threes, and he did that against Boston College. If you would have seen the tape before, he hit 4 quick threes. I mean, he's such he can score in bunches real quick, but we just said we're going to try to make him earn. With a great scorer, they have to earn. You can't give him easy ones, and I don't think he had any easy ones tonight that I can recall. The ones he made had a hand in his face or hand at the ball, and then you know, we tried to also make him guard a little bit too and wear him down, because he's expending a lot of energy. And again, that's part of when you say there's a battle of wills going on. You got to be able to wear some guys down on both ends of the floor.
Particularly with Joe limited the last couple of games, Malcolm's had to take on a larger role, especially today. Can you talk about, I guess, the performance he was able to give you guys offensively to kind of, you know, assess Mike?
I thought he, you know, in a way, he grew up some more today. He had a nice game. He was. He had a real good first half against Clemson, and he was disappointed in his second half, as we were too. And I thought he went turnover free. He attacked the lane when there were openings, and he was real sturdy defensively. And I thought that ability, when you have some mass and some length like he does, that's hard for a guy to get by. And I thought that helped us a lot. And he really moved his feet and played a complete game, the most complete game that he's had all year.
Michelle on the back, and then Jeff.
Coach, I was wondering if you could just comment on just how much Mike means to this program, what he's been able to do this year as a leader, not just on the court but off the court as well, especially coming off of last season with the injury.
Right, Mike's having a terrific year. He's shown his versatility. As I've told these guys before, he desperately wants to, leave behind a successful senior year and just really put his stamp on this program to, help it for the future. And I'm so proud of him, as I mentioned, as much off the court as on the court, because I have seen him grow in his leadership abilities, just to see him, again, mature, seeing all the things coming at him and how he is in practice, how he was even last year from the bench. It was kind of, it started then, and to see the success he's having as a player is exciting, because he's doing some good things when he's a marked man, and that was he's been an encouragement, and I'm proud of him. I really am.